The human immune system, our body's security system, fending off illness, disease, and parasites. It's an incredible biologic network that keeps us alive when it's working properly.
We can have too much immunity, which can result in a number of common diseases like allergy and asthma, and then probably more prominently, a failure to recognize early cancer cells, and then cancers can proliferate and obviously have dire consequences.
Paul Allen experienced those consequences firsthand. He spent years battling non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Before his passing this fall, he gifted $125 million to create the Allen Institute for Immunology.
Today, we honor his legacy by launching a major new initiative, the Allen Institute for Immunology, with the goal to understand one of the most complex systems in the human body, the human immune system.
Research done at the Institute will, for the first time ever, seek to create the definition of a healthy human immune system and then figure out what goes wrong, causing immune-related diseases, ultimately learning how to diagnose and treat them. The Institute's new executive director, Thomas Bumal, admits this is a massive undertaking.
Mr. Allen was always interested in really big problems, and this is a remaining big problem, a complex, very deep mystery of how it works. The beauty of Mr. Allen's gift to us in this new institute is that we're going to commit to a deep understanding of humans in their immune system.
The scientists who will soon fill this empty laboratory begin their work by focusing on 5 major diseases, including rheumatoid arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, and multiple myeloma. The Institute is partnering with several highly respected research organizations from across the country. Locally, Ben Arroyo with its knowledge of autoimmunity, and Fred Hutch providing valuable information on cancer research.
We have a tremendous opportunity by collaborating to realize a synergy where we can learn from each other. Our focus is cancer, but it's wholly interrelated with the other areas of investigation that the Allen Institute is going to support.
Right now, the Allen Institute for Immunology has a 5-year plan to establish the framework of their research. Their findings will one day be available on an open database that can be shared with researchers all over the world.
Because when you get to that data that's unprecedented, no one's seen, those are those times when scientists, I know this sounds a little goofy, get those goosebumps, and they go, ha, and you realize you're really looking at something no one's seen before.
Right.
That's going to be pretty much all the time for us, because what we're planning to do is really unprecedented.
The immunology team is expected to consist of 60 to 70 scientists, and they're accepting applications right now. In fact, they're already piloting experiments as we speak. They're expected to kick into full gear by 2019. For HealthLink, I'm Amity Addrisi.